Hi, my name is Karen Whittemore. Thank you so much for joining today. I am a family nurse practitioner. I've been in practice for 25 years. I started as a licensed practical nurse back in 1991. In 1998, I got my Science of Nursing from the University of Utah and became a board certified family nurse practitioner. So I have been in practice for 25 years, and in all my time in nursing, I have never seen anything quite like the technology of the X39 from the LifeWave company. So today I'd kind of like to talk a little bit about it, explain how it works, what it can do for you. And my first question for you is, have you been patched yet? I have been patched now for about 3 years. And this is a wonderful way to elevate, activate, regenerate your own stem cells. Can you imagine experiencing a level of health and vitality that you haven't experienced since your youth? Imagine what it would be like to have no pain, sleeping through the night, having more energy, and reversing aging. So these are things that can be experienced by people. And did you know that stem cells decline as we age? They really do. By the time we hit our 60s, we have very little to no activity. They become slower and are releasing less of the growth factors that are needed to repair our body. By the time we're in our mid 70s, we show almost no stem cell activity at all. And that's why it's so hard to bounce back once you've had an injury. The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age, the slower you heal. And hundreds of millions of people are experiencing aging, like myself. I'm 57 years old. And some of the things that I was noticing that I was getting thinness under my eyes, a lack of collagen. I was not sleeping well through the night. In fact, I would be waking up about every hour or two, getting up to pee. That's not healthy sleep. And of course, that was affecting my daytime cognition. It was affecting my thinking. I also noticed that my hairline was kind of receding along the sides, which I did not like. Of course, it's the vanity things that really get to you. But yeah, the sleep is a big deal. The sleep was a huge deal for me. Now, before I get on too far, there is a LifeWave disclaimer. LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any illness. You always want to consult with a physician or qualified healthcare provider before embarking on any new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program. So this doesn't cure anything. This doesn't heal anything. What this does is it gives your body a tool to help your body to recover and heal, repair itself. So how does the X39 work? Well, what happens is this is made from organic nanocrystals. It's kind of the holy grail of reverse aging. It stimulates a copper peptide, a particular peptide that activates our stem cells. And that is clinically proven to enhance our overall health and vitality. So what's happening is as your body's heat hits that patch, it activates it in the way, just think of when you go outside and your body is hit with the sunlight. The sun is telling your body, hey, it is time to start manufacturing vitamin D. I used to be of the impression that the sun was actually giving us vitamin D, but that's not how it's working. The sun is almost like a lock and key. It's like this ancient evolutionary program system in our bodies that we know, hey, when the light hits it, the key is unlocked, the door is open, and we are manufacturing vitamin D. When we put the patch on, the low levels of our infrared light, so our bodies are made of light. If we were to look at each other with night goggles on, we would see that we are just glowing with light. And it's that spectrum of light that hits the patch, becomes infused with a frequency, and then goes back into our body with this specific frequency length that tells our body, hey, it's time to produce GHKCU, copper peptide. So the NIH, the National Institute of Health, has this on their website of the benefits that can be achieved just from copper peptide. It says that GHKCU stimulates blood vessel and nerve outgrowth and increases collagen and elastin for visible anti-aging. GHK's ability to improve tissue repair has been demonstrated for skin, lung, connective tissue, bony tissue, liver, and stomach lining. GHK has also been found to possess powerful cell productive actions, such as multiple anti-cancer activities and anti-inflammatory actions, as well as having anti-anxiety, anti-pain, and anti-aggression activities. So this is on the government's website of what this peptide can do. And not only that, but it's actually stimulating, activating our stem cells, our own stem cells. So who came up with this? This was designed by David Schmidt. He is our inventor and founder, CEO of LifeWave. He has over 130 US patents. He is a scientist and inventor. He is a two-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. And those are just two of his most significant awards. He's had many other awards too. So he kind of came up with this when he was feeling, well, he first came up with the first patch clear back in 2004. He was working initially with the military, trying to help them come up with a way to help Navy SEALs stay awake for 30 hours in a mini sub without using caffeine or things that would be harmful to their body. And he came up with the first patch, the Energy Enhancer patch. And he realized, wow, I really have something here. I mean, people were, the experiments that he was doing, people were having great results with it. So he decided to come out to market with it. And he spent over he spent over $4.5 million in research just to come up with the X39. And over $17 million in sales were made the first year of this company. That was back in 2004. And he is still inventing. He is still doing new things. In fact, we just had our LifeWave virtual convention yesterday, and he talked about some of the new products which are coming up, including an eye cream that actually has the copper peptide and some supplements that can actually enhance the use of all of the patches, because if you don't have the ingredients to make copper peptide, such as you're lacking in glycine, or maybe you're a vegan and you lack in beta alanine, then you can't. If it's not there, you can't make it out of thin air. So this is exciting that he's come up with some of these things, so people don't have to buy so many different supplements. I was just talking before to Nikki about all the different supplements that we buy, and I spent a lot of money on different supplements to make sure I get everything that I need. So it's kind of nice to know that there's something coming out that's going to have all of these different things in it. But so this company has been around a long time. It's not just going to disappear tomorrow. It's proven. It's got a track record. There's very few companies that can say that they've been in business for 20 years. And this year, 2004, marks the 20th anniversary for LifeWave. So it has unique products that are exclusively patented. And so if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, from a business perspective, this is an exciting company to become involved with, because you can't get this product from anywhere other than a Life brand partner. And there are over 80 research and clinical studies. There are independent researchers and universities that have done studies with this. There are medical and scientific experts that have looked at this, and the data is incredible. This is one of the research studies that they did that I find fascinating. Remember how I talked about how in your mid-70s you have almost no stem cell activity at all? That's why this particular study was so impressive. So this is a brain scan on a 77-year-old female. And you can see the red shows the high level of voltage that was happening in her brain before starting the X39. After 3 weeks, you can see that the brain has become much more calm. And after 6 weeks, it still remains calm, much more balanced. And so that's impressive when you come to think, wow, she probably had no stem cells, and yet we're activating what she does have and helping to regenerate what she doesn't have, get things going. And she had this great response. So that initial brain, that's a picture of somebody who is overstimulated, has too much inflammation, probably is a very anxious person. So to be able to go from that to being so much calmer, relaxed, that's a wonderful thing. And on the right side of your screen, it's showing the patent that he was approved for the stem cell patch, the X39 patch. And what I find impressive is that you don't get patents unless you can prove what you're saying you do. And right there in the abstract, it says that this increases copper peptide, which then activates your stem cells. So that's pretty awesome. So next thing I want to talk about is some of the benefits that you might expect from using the X39 technology. So these are some of the things that they've noticed in their research: is rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, and inflammation is such a major problem. Inflammation is a problem with autoimmune disorders, with cancer, with heart disease, too much inflammation in the body. And this patch was reducing the inflammation within 24 hours, which is just amazing. It supports wound healing. We have seen numerous studies, and I have witnessed impressive wound healing myself from some of my patients that I work with. Increased energy and vitality, mental clarity, enhanced sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, improved skin appearance. So that's one thing that I noticed is I started sleeping better right away. In fact, I used the Aura Ring to actually measure my sleep. And I'm guessing, I did not have the Aura Ring before. I wish I would have. I'm guessing my sleep scores probably would have been in the 60s and 70s. With the Aura Ring, I can see how I'm sleeping now, and it's not uncommon for me to have sleep scores in the 90 percentile, which is great. And also it measures your heart rate variability, which is a sign of aging. You want to have a good, healthy heart rate variability. And an average 20-year-old may fall anywhere between 60 and 112, something in that ballpark for heart rate variability. The average 60-year-old is probably more like 40 to 65, in that ballpark. I'm 57, and last night my average heart rate variability score was 90. So I'm really happy. I really feel like the X39 is doing wonderful things for me. I noticed plumpness under my eyes, and my hair started filling in. So I'm thrilled with that. And what I've seen with my own mother has been wonderful. She's a couple of years ago, they had sent her home from the hospital. We weren't even sure how she ended up in the hospital. She had no energy. You had to get right up to her ear to understand anything she was saying. It was just barely a whisper. And she got to the point where it was almost like a seizure. She would just get so stiff, or like a stroke, and yet nothing showed up on the CT scans that they did. I still suspect that it could have been a stroke, and maybe just smaller vessels that our instrumentation just isn't sensitive enough to pick up. Regardless, she was sent home on hospice to die, and I really think if I had not been patching, that she probably would not be with us today. And the following spring, I had her out on the kids' playground on the little rock wall, and she climbed to the top. It's just amazing to witness, because that's such a far journey. And back in October of this year, we took a trip, and she ended up getting COVID, and ended up getting the flu after that, and it really knocked her down. Normally, a person at 85 like that, getting knocked down and ending up back on oxygen, would not bounce back. And now she is anxious to do her astrology classes again, and her mind is back. She's doing well. She has her moments once in a while, but she is off of her oxygen and doing amazing. And I really thank the X39 and some of these other patches that this company has for helping her rebound. So what can you expect when you first put on the X39? Well, within the first few days, there are 4,000 genes that begin to restart. So that's a third of your body's genome. That's huge. Within 6 weeks, you saw the previous pictures, the brain becomes more balanced. So there's decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased, decreases in wrinkles, hair growth increases. There's increases in structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular systems. This bottom one is something that really impressed me. Within 6 months, they did this study with 14 out of 15 people, and they found that after 6 months of using X39, they had lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years. That is huge. When you stop and think about heart disease being the #1 leading killer in the world, still to this day, being able to do anything to reverse your heart aging, your vascular system from aging, that is a big deal. We all need something like this. So it's not just anti-aging, it's age reversing, which is amazing. So if you want to learn more about this product or any of the other products that this company has, you can go on this website, yourteaminmotion.com. There's all kinds of information, testimonials, upcoming events. And I would also urge you to get back with the person that sent you here today. If you're wanting to get started on this journey, they can tell you how best to get involved in a way that works best for you. You know, there are ways that you can get involved so that it costs less money, you know, $50 off of a monthly supply. So that's a great opportunity. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you all happiness, healthiness, and wealthiness in all areas of your life, and especially in your health. Thanks. Bye-bye.